Okay, guys, quick video. I had a guy sent me a message last night, a fellow sharpener, working on this is a 5/8. I've got looks like I got a 3 3/4 as well. Either way, when you're working on a really big blade, let's just say both these are big. Let's go with the biggest one. And how to address the plate with these, because a lot of times, depending on how you set your magnet and how you set up the cross weight on these, it'll end up trying to hit back here at the back, and it'll start shining up here at the back before it does at the front. That's better than it shining up at the front, more contact at the front. But we don't really want to wear the back of this thing out. Basically, what we're looking at is anytime, let me turn the light on here, we can see. Okay, anytime that we're traversing the plate, okay, you can see this blade, we want to be in the middle of the synapse, just like so, right? And we want to traverse across that. That's what we're looking for right there. Just whatever gravity you'll give us. It's going to have just a little bit more of a front push to it because it's heavier on that end. Now, depending on how you set up your magnet, I like to set up just right about, that's probably a little too far forward, but I'm setting up to where my balance with my fingers there is going to be in the middle of that synapse. That's how I'm setting up. So that when I address the plate, when I go to the plate here, as soon as I sit down, I'm kind of having to, it's actually hanging a little forward front weight, but I have to set it down flush. And that's what we're trying to do, that right there. If we can set down right there, it doesn't take any down pressure. The weight of the blade itself and the magnet is enough down pressure, really, to keep this thing flush. But it's all about how you feel. If you don't have a guide system on your clipper blade machine, you're trying to control all of this, all the way to your shoulder, your elbow, your wrist, all of this. And it makes it to where you really can't feel the blade on the plate as accurately as if you have a guide system. I know I'm pushing this thing to the dirt when it comes to a guide system, but literally, that is all it takes for me to lift the blade or hold the blade or whatever. All of the manipulation of the blade on the plate is done from my fingers or from my palm forward. That's all I have to control. So it's very easy for me to find the flat spot and be able to traverse the plate and stay in line and get a good grind. That's what it boils down to. So I'm going to hang this camera up and get the plate going, and we'll go ahead and sharpen this up, and then we'll look at it underneath the light and see what it looks like, just as a end to this video type thing. But let me get the plate going, and we'll move on. Let me turn off the overhead light too, because I want to be able to see my spark plug. This plate is freshly dressed, so it's ready to rock and roll. In fact, I haven't even bedded the plate in, so we'll bed that plate in real quick, make sure we don't have any loose grit on top. We're at about 30 hertz, which is about half speed, somewhere around, I don't know, 800 or 900 RPM, maybe 1,000, I don't know. All right, we got a good spark pattern. We are ready to get to work. All right. Once again, we're going to set down with the synapse right in the middle of the laser right in between the front and rear rail, and we're going to make about, this plate is fresh. Let me get the split feet up on the plate here. We're going to make about 5 or 6 passes and look at our spread spark pattern, and we should be good to go because the plate is so fresh. 5, 6, 8 passes. Probably ought to get it cleaned up. We're going to do that real quick. Look at the plate up speed. All right, we're up at 60 hertz. So we're, all the way up at about 1,700 RPM, and we're going to set down. And all we're doing is trying to set down flush, and we're going to watch our spark pattern. All right, now we're flush, and I'm just keeping the blade flush on the plate, just flat. There's not a whole lot of pressure pushing down, just enough to keep it in place. That was about 5 or 6 passes. See what it looks like in the, oh yeah, and we're looking great as far as looking at it under the light. Let me get this phone off the holder here. And that was about 5 or 6 passes. You see we got plenty of grit right there built up. There's no contact at the back of the rail. You can see good scratch pattern on that rear rail. Got a little bit of sediment there coming from the plate. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a good flat, you can see all the way to the teeth there. So we've got our scratch pattern all the way to the teeth, one solid scratch pattern. We look great, and that's all we're looking for, man. And that blade's probably going to cut really well. I don't really want to go through the whole video of doing the cutter and putting it all together and all that crap. Already done a 5-minute video at this point, but guys, it's about how you address the plate and how flush you stay. If you're wearing back here on the back, you've got a little bit too much back pressure. So you might need to adjust your magnet a little further forward on these funky size blades. If you don't have a big magnet like this, you might want to order one. The other one that I use is the I don't have it out here. I've got a bigger L magnet that allows this same thing. So if you've got one of the bigger L magnets, you might want to try that. But scoot your magnet forward if you're hitting back here at the back. Okay, just a little bit to shove that pressure or that weight towards the front, and give it another try, man. And hopefully it'll help somebody out, man.